that is something that I really want you to know about, and something that you really have to think about online is that when it comes to your business and how you are going to be succeeding online, you need to make sure that you have a awesome business setup before even you touch your marketing, okay? That you're going to do the right thing. So the two main things that happen when it comes to an online business that you need to make sure that you are doing that marketing cannot fix. I can't fix this. No other marketer can fix this. And this is something that you desperately need if you want to go to that 7-figure or 6-figure or 5-figure even. But if you want to move to the next step, this is something that you definitely have to take care of and make sure this is set up. And these are the two things that you need to do before you get awesome marketing. The problem being, if you don't fix these two things, and I get you double, triple, or quadruple sales, what will happen is that you're going to end up getting screwed because you haven't done this stuff on the side, okay? And so this is super important and something that I really want you to think about when it comes to your online business, all right? So first off, give me some hearts if you want to hear what is keeping you back before your marketing even gets touched. Give me some sweet hearts, some sweet thumbs up. You know I love it. Love it so much. All right, awesome. So this is something that's super, super crucial that you always want to make sure that you are taking care of well before it. Awesome. Love seeing these hearts. Love seeing these sweet thumbs up, everybody. Awesome. Looks good. Okay, so the first two things that you need to take care of before we can increase your sales online, before we can get you more clients, before we can grow your agency or grow your online course, empire, etc., is two really boring things that are actually pivotal things when it comes to owning an online business. I thought I was escaping these things when I was going into working for myself, and then it turns out that these are a foundation no matter what business you're in, and that's really crucial. So let's talk about them. Okay, first off, I want you to go after this and sign up for the How to Double, Triple, or Quadruple Your Online Sales Next Year. It is running on Wednesday, so make sure that you go ahead and sign up now because I do not want you to miss that, okay? The next thing I'm going to say is that really at the end of the day, what I want you to be doing is these two things, all right? I know. Drum roll, everybody. Drum roll. Okay, heart my face. So here are the things. The first one is systems, okay? Systems are my own ridiculous. I hate them so much. I hate them so freaking much. I hate systems. But systems are super crucial because you cannot scale or you cannot grow your online sales without having those set up in the back end. Otherwise, what will happen is that you will end up actually screwing yourself over because what it'll do is that you will get all these sales, you'll get all of this amazing stuff going on for you, and you cannot move forward because you keep having to reinvent how you deliver them, okay? So like you might get 1,000 sales for your course after we work together next year, and then what will happen is that you're like, holy shit balls, how do I deliver 1,000 courses to 1,000 people? Like, how do I do that without actually being there? How do I take care of this stuff without actually having to be there to take care of it? And so a big thing for that is having your system set up so that you're like, okay, I'm going to use Thinkific because Thinkific is fucking amazing, by the way. I love Thinkific. That's what we have Be Booked Out on and all our courses on. Thinkific is amazing, and it allows us basically to be like, okay, we know that they will get the correct course, correct bonus, etc. If they click this link, we don't have to worry about it. We check it because there's never perfection when it comes to robots. Not yet. That's when AI takes over. But basically, we're like, okay, we can actually let most of this run itself if you have this set up, okay? And so systems are not only tools, but basically like who is going to do it, when are they going to do it, what are they going to do, and how are they going to accomplish it? So a system is actually the full picture of like, how is this going to happen and how is this going to work? We host all of our stuff on Google Sites, which is fucking awesome. Big credit to Ari for figuring that out. Because what happens is that now we have a whole SOP, standard operating procedures, that are like, if someone gets sick and their job is to run the Facebook Live, or if their job is to, deliver, like check on bonuses or check on customers or answer all our emails, we have SOPs in place so that someone can step in and be like, oh, great, I know how to do this. It's the same thing as in McDonald's, right? So you're like, oh, making a hamburger must be super fucking easy. Well, maybe if you've made a hamburger before and you have expertise in making hamburgers, but assuming that you have people all over the world who might not make hamburgers on the day-to-day, who might have different cuisines that they eat for daily food, maybe making a hamburger is completely foreign. And so having to rely on people's experience instead of like putting them into a system is going to save you so much money. Because if you have to pay for people who are fucking baller at Thinkific, if you have to pay for people who are amazing at SmarterQ, you're going to have your cost for hiring people is going to keep going up, and it's not going to be sustainable. Whereas if you can take people who have the right attitude, who are fucking awesome, and they're on top of their shit, and you're like, hey, here's how it's done, and they can go in and just get it done, then you not only save yourself time, but you also save yourself from having to keep retraining people, because the systems are what works, not necessarily the people being, super fucking qualified or super experienced at doing this thing, okay? So that's two very different things, and that's something that you want to think about. Is it something that I'm relying on people being experienced, and is this like a job where they need the experience because they're doing strategy, or they're doing something like sales, or is it something where I can take people in, put them in tech's something that you have to, like, a lot of people have awesome experience with, and you want them to, because it's definitely a tricky place where a lot of stuff updates, but what you want to do is say, okay, can I take somebody like a noob or a teenager and pop them into this and have the system support them so that they succeed every time? Because that's really crucial, and that's something that you want to think about. The second thing that I mentioned before was that people are super fucking crucial, and marketing can't fix people. Marketing can't fix systems. So when it comes to people, we're not all the same, which is awesome because our brains are all different, okay? And that's really what makes it interesting, is that when our brains are all different, it also means that you have to figure out how to qualify which brain you want to hire. Okay? People are super important for when it comes to moving your business up the next level. That could either be revenue-wise or profit-wise, or even just like expanding in terms of, growth. So a big thing for a lot of people that they misinterpret or misunderstand is that people are crucial, and having a backup for people is crucial, because the people online are not going to stay with you forever. If they do, you're lucky. But the thing is that when it comes to having amazing people, you need to have that process, that system of hiring people be consistent and be successful every time. And you also need to make sure that you're hiring the right kind of people, okay? There is a balance between hiring someone who's super experienced and somebody who's not experienced in this industry, and trying to figure out where you want them on that spectrum, on that line, so that you can figure out, okay, actually, when it comes to tech people, we do need them to be like really on top of their shit and have a lot of experience, because we don't have the time to train them up. Okay, when it comes to somebody who's customer experience wise or customer service wise, we need them to be fucking amazing at like talking to people and be really fucking lovely, but we can actually train them up on a lot of the other skills. All right, if we need someone who's a project manager, we can't just take a VA who says they're a project manager. We actually need somebody with proven experience being a project manager. So after time, you're going to start to see how this affects your business, and like which ones you want to, like which role needs which amount of experience, or which ones you can train with those systems. But this is something marketing can't help you with. And so no matter what, if you have 1,000 sales come in and you can't deliver on those 1,000 sales, then you're fucked. And marketing can't help you with that, because now you have a whole bunch of angry customers, and it's like, well, we can't help you because your systems are fucked and the people are not there. The people that you need are not in the business right now. And that's something that a lot of people don't understand and don't think about, is that those things are so crucial when it comes to your online business. And if it is not working, then you got to fix it, okay? And it is really difficult and it's really tricky, but for you to move from like working for yourself or working with like 5 other people on your team to going to the next step, which might be 10 people on your team, or it might be 5 people on your team, you need to make sure that your systems are in place and those crucial people that you've already hired are doing what you need them to do. Otherwise, what's going to happen is that even if I get you more sales, you're just going to flounder and you're going to sink. So that's really, really crucial when it comes to an online business, and something that a lot of people overlook, because I know I went into online business because I wanted to escape the sweet, sweet monotony of spreadsheets and having to deal with all that shit. But it's actually a really crucial process for online business owners, and if you're not good at it, you need to hire somebody. So it gets back to people again, all right? So either your systems, which are like automating it so you don't have to be there to do it, which is really important if you want to grow and increase your sales, because if you have to keep holding everything to increase your sales, you can only hold on to so many balloons. And the second thing is, when you are getting the right people in your business, you can actually grow it without having to be there, and they can support that growth because they are able to do it. All right? It is so important to have your foundation in place. That's so true. So it's really, really important that before you get amazing marketing, you have this in place. It's a big reason of why Be Booked Out, which is for people who are just getting started in their service-based business or have been doing it for a few years. It includes systems like this, like how do you support new clients? How do you make sure that this is as automated as possible? How can you give it as high value touch as possible? Because that's really crucial, and that's something that you want to make sure is in there. So it is not just you, but you need to make sure that when it comes to your online business, you have this sorted before you go and increase the load in terms of increased sales. You cannot handle increased sales if you do not have your if you do not have your systems or people in place. All right, guys, thanks for being here. Thanks for listening to this Epiphany Slap. Go ahead and sign up to the webinar that's happening on Wednesday. It's about how to double, triple, or quadruple your online sales next year so that we can get you with an online business that's going to keep succeeding. All right. Thanks for being here, everybody, and talk to you soon.